Hey, so welcome back to the layout, and as you know from my last update, I was hoping to do quite a bit over the Christmas period, but as it turned out, it was a fairly busy Christmas period, so I didn't get as much done as I really wanted. But I've been continuing to do some scenery here in the yard. As you can see, I'm using these mats to give a nice lot of texture, and I did spend some time working on some rolling stock. There's an AccuRail hopper that Milwaukee Road that I've weathered to the point where you can only just see where it came from originally. So again, oils, powders, and some acrylics as well. The other thing that I did on the over the Christmas period was to build a work train. So I took a Santa Fe, Walter Santa Fe, was it Athearn? I think it's Athearn. Santa Fe crane, which was obviously silver, and I redid it. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate, but it's good enough for me. It looks near enough for my purposes. There's the boom car, and I had an old Erie caboose, which I chopped up to make the little shack on the end. Some lead wire in there for, can't get it to focus, for the hose, and some welding bottles with some wire around the top to look like the welding leads. And then down at this end, I did a tank car, and again got the hose hanging off the end there, weathered up, scratch built. That's another part of the caboose that I chopped up and made that into a service car. Not really taken from any prototype, but hey, it serves the purpose for me. On the crane itself, obviously removed the steam chimney to make it diesel, put a little exhaust in the back there. I don't know if you can pick that up on there, and a light. So hey, in due course I think I'll put some pickups to make those lights work, and probably put some spotlights on the front. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with the overall look. I've sort of matched it up with this old heavyweight car which I'd weathered previously. So the other thing I've been doing is I had a friend come around to do a schematic for me, because I'm not an engineer, and I'm not really good in terms of putting schematics together, but I definitely need one for operations. And he kept going around saying, "What's this called? What's this called?" I didn't have any names for my for the railroad, so I've been around and been making names and making these little signs up. So as you can see from this side, we come into the Clearwater complex, mill complex. Yeah, so I printed those up on the printer and then stuck them on plastic. So that's the Clearwater mill complex. On this side, like just about every railroad, we have Summit. And follow around here, we have the other sign for Summit. Sign there that's not been stood up yet for the Black Canyon. And as we come around here, sign there for Seaton. Signs down here, Grizzly Creek, Seclusion Bay. So we come down the main drag here on the lower level. We've got Newham, so this will be the Newham Lumber Company. As we fall around underneath the stairs, we head into Cathedral. If I can pick that up on the camera. Cathedral. Comes around under the There's the trying to get to focus. Sorry, the other side of the cathedral, over the bridge, come down the hill to Mission Hill. As we come down into the throat of the intermodal yard, we have Temple. Going up the hill to Mission, we have Sandcut Hill. And on the other side, as we come to the trestle, we've got the interestingly mentioned mountain. So as we come down through here, again another sign here. So this is mountain, where the Trinity Sand and Glass is, and then to the left we have Hope. Someday I hope to get this thing finished, and then the branch goes off here at Canyon Junction. So the other thing I've been working on is this mountain scene. So I've already got the mountain here, and on this side I've just got a tunnel going through, and it goes around to Canyon Junction, so you could see another tunnel here and this tunnel here. So what we've got is, this is insulation foam all stacked. You can just see it here in terms of how just chop it up and shape it beforehand, and then cover it in plastic cloth, then just paint it with some latex paint, and as you can see where I need to carve it, just carved it with a Stanley knife to give it that rock shape, and then obviously paint it so that it looks like rock. Just got a retaining wall that we're just building in there as well. But you can see you can get some really quite nice rock effects just by carving it with a knife, and again keeping an eye on the prototype, so that you can take inspiration from the real world as opposed to just making stuff up. So having put my white glue on here, now I'm just sprinkling in some ground cover. What I've got here is deadfall forest debris from Scenic Express, and we've got green Vandak blend. Again, just put in a nice coverage, because there's going to be trees on top of this. I'm going to put on as well. So this is like the deadfall that's going to be sitting underneath the trees. By doing this is all about the different mixes. I'm also going to mix in some Woodland Scenics Fine Turf Burnt Grass. If I can find the scissors. Building up the layers so you get a convincing cover. So I'll carry on doing this and come back to this in a moment. So now if we look, we've got a pretty convincing ground cover to go under my trees. And set above this. See the rocks. I've just still got to put some powders on that just to tone it down, because it's a bit glossy for some reason. But yeah, so there we go. So in the next update, hopefully, I'll have got some trees up and running, and these will look a little bit better, and then I can tie this side into this side. It's starting to get there. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.